Republican Senator Ted Cruz tried his absolute best to fake concern and shock and horror and outrage about the most recent fourth indictment of Donald Trump out of Fulton County, of course, in relation to his attempts to potentially unlawfully overturn the results of the 2020 election results in the state of Georgia. And Ted Cruz, as the news was about to break and we kind of knew it was going to happen, went on Fox News and said this.
But you asked what my reaction is. I'm pissed. I'm pissed at these over and over and over again. If there are indictments tonight, it'll be the fourth indictment of Donald Trump. This is disgraceful. Our country is over 200 years old. We have never once indicted a former president or a candidate and a leading candidate for president. And this is Joe Biden and this is the Democrats weaponizing the justice system.
I'm really authentically angry.
Because they're afraid of the voters. This is disgraceful. It is wrong. And it is an abuse of power by angry Democrats who have decided the rule of law doesn't matter to them anymore.
So he made the point about never has this happened. And also, I might add, never has a sitting president in the United States of America attempted to use the power of his office to allegedly unlawfully overthrow the free and fair election results of an election and keep himself, despite the results, based on a fake elector scheme and getting officials to go along with all these different acts, keep himself the president despite losing. We didn't see that either. And so, yeah, pretty unprecedented doesn't necessarily mean that that is wrong. I think for an unprecedented wrong, we should see an unprecedented amount of accountability. That would be my argument for sure. And also the fact that former presidents haven't been treated equally under the law in other situations in our country's history just proves that we got to make that change. Sorry it started with Trump, but we do need to see that change where actually no one's above the law, because that's not been the case for a long time. We have seen more powerful, well-connected people get away with things that less powerful, well-connected, prominent, influential people wouldn't have. And so seeing Trump, even though he's a former president, current presidential candidate, actually be treated as he should by the law, by prosecutors, is a really hopeful sign. And then for him to say the projection is ridiculous, that Democrats have decided they don't think the rule of law applies to them, as he's lying and being dishonest on behalf of a guy who definitely thinks the law doesn't apply to him, is pretty stunning. Let the system do its thing, Ted Cruz, and see how it turns out. Let Trump be treated like others would be if they broke the law or allegedly broke the law. Then you have another Republican senator saying this.
Right now, Senator, you probably can't see it. We're looking live outside the Atlanta courthouse. It's historic any time a former president were to be indicted. Now it's the fourth time, this time over contesting the election in 2020. Talk to us about this case, what you know about the case the government will try to make, or the state of Georgia will try to make here.
I know that Fulton County is the most liberal county, I think, in all of Georgia. The DA there is a Democrat. I know that they're trying to...
They never engage with the accusations. It's target the prosecutor. It's target the area. D.C., Fulton County. It's everything other than engaging with the evidence and the accusations.
Use a RICO statute. I don't know exactly what they're going to come out with, but I know this. Between Manhattan and Fulton County and D.C., the most liberal jurisdictions in the country, it's very unfair to President Trump. And
oh, great. So you'll admit then the case that a Trump appointee is overseeing in Florida is perfectly great? Oh, no, you make similar dishonest talking points about that one, too.
Shouldn't this really be done by a statewide official? If there's a crime against the people of Georgia, shouldn't it be done by somebody like the Attorney General? Or are we going to let county prosecutors start prosecuting the President of the United States, the former President of the United States? You open up Pandora's box to the presidency. This whole exercise of allowing a county prosecutor to go after a former President of the United States.
What is this? I've heard this so many times. Allowing blank. What do you mean allowing? All is being done here is a crime was potentially, or a series of crimes were potentially committed in the jurisdiction of Fani Willis in Fulton County. Thus, it's her duty, obligation, and job to prosecute that. What is this? How dare you allow a county, a DA, to get involved in the former president? No, we should have a situation where no one's above the law. And if Trump committed crimes in Fulton County, Fani Willis should have the duty to prosecute it. Absolutely. Investigate, and if there's not, enough evidence, then prosecute. And all the nonsense apparently we heard from the GOP about caring about rule of law and order when it didn't apply to someone they had developed a cult around, it was nonsense. They didn't mean it authentically. Now we're seeing that as clear as day. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are able to be uploaded to the YouTube channel, plus get the bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership, and there's a link in the description.